Hello everyone, I'm Ankush from Digitar. In this tutorial, we are going to talk about how you can add a voice assistant to your Framer website. This voice assistant is going to be fully capable of engaging with the audience who are landing on your website with voice. It can collect leads for you. It can run surveys for you on your website. To begin with, you can visit digitar.ai. Digitar is a no-code voice assistant platform which specializes in fast and accurate voice AI for your business use cases. You can go to the sign up page. You can sign up and land on the console experience. I will be skipping to the assistants section because this is where we are going to create an assistant that is going to interact with your users. For the sake of this tutorial, let's assume that we run a hypothetical real estate company called Landspire, which is looking to run surveys and understand whether the experience is on par with what the customers would expect. So you can set configurations for this assistant by giving it a display name, by giving it a description. You can also select whether it's an inbound or an outbound scenario. Surveys are typically an outbound scenario wherein you solicit some information from the customers. You can configure other details like what kind of voice you would want this assistant to use. Coming down, you can also give the website on which this assistant would live so that this assistant would work only on that website. And finally, you can give a greeting message. This will be the message that the assistant will use when it first connects with your customers. So you can save all this data and then you can go to the forms section. So this is where you would mention that you are running a survey. So when you select this option, we are going to optimize the conversational experience for that particular use case. You can also give some information about your company. This is the context that the assistant would use when it is conversing with your customers. And you can also mention the goal, which will again be used to optimize the experience. Since it's a survey, you can seed some questions. In this case, we have 3 questions here. The first question being how satisfied were the customers when they recently visited a property of Landshire, and whether they would recommend Landshire to some other customers. So once you've done all of this, you can save the data. This is where you can hit deploy assistant and deploy it. So when you deploy it, it is ready to be taken out to your website. Until that time, you cannot use assistant on your website. So once I've deployed it, you can see that the status of this assistant has changed to deploy. And you are also going to get documentation on what you need to do next. So this is the script that you need to use on your Framer website. I'll copy this code. If you want more documentation, it's also available here. I will switch to the Framer experience now. If you already have your website hosted on Framer, this is the experience that you would have. We are going to use this home page and we are going to integrate the voice assistant that we just created on this button here. So this is the home page experience. There is the settings button here, and you can go to the page settings. The code that you just copied on the Digitar website can be pasted in the head tag of your Framer page. So I've already done that. So this is the script that you would need to be pasted on the head tag. So once it is done, we need to connect the assistant to this button. So for that, we jump to the assets here, and we would use a concept called code override in Framer to be able to connect assistant to any button of your choice. So the UI could be anything. Assistant would be running in headless mode. You are completely flexible to use any UI of your choice That is the advantage of this setup. So let us create a new file called, in this case, I've already created, called speaker override. You can give it any name, of course. And the code that you would need is given here. I will also drop a link to this code later on in this video and in the description. So we've already copy pasted this code and we've saved it. Now the last step would be to connect assistant to this button here. So when you click on the button and scroll down, so there is this option for code override. All you have to do is select the file in which your code has been pasted and select the function, and then you come out and then you publish. So when you update it, this button is linked to the assistant that you created on the Digitar website. So it is as simple as that. In 3 steps, you were able to connect the voice assistant that you created in the Digitar website within your Framer experience. So now it's time to test. I'm going to click on my website. It's a hypothetical company called Landspire, and I click on this button.
Hello. Welcome to the survey from Landspire. May I know who am I speaking with?
Hey, hello. You are speaking with Ankush.
Hello. I'm calling from Landspire. We're committed to improving our client experience and would appreciate your feedback. On a scale of 1 to 10, how satisfied were you with your recent visit to our property?
I would say I was pretty satisfied.
Thank you for sharing that. Here's the next question. Did you find the information provided during your visit clear and helpful?
Yes, I liked my interaction with the manager at the property.
Absolutely. I appreciate your positive response. So, would you recommend our services to others based on your experience?
Yes, I would definitely recommend Landspire to other customers.
Absolutely. I appreciate your participation in the Run survey session. Your time and input are truly valuable. Have a wonderful day ahead.
Yep. So as you can see that in about 10 to 15 minutes, we went through the entire journey of how you can create an assistant on the console, give it some configuration, seed it with some information about your company and some questions that you want the surveys to focus on. We took it out and inserted that into the Framer website, and in 3 steps within Framer we were able to connect it to any UI of your choice, and finally we had the assistant speaking on your website. I hope this tutorial was helpful and you would use Digitar to build voice assistants on your website. Thank you.